So today we are starting with the new chapter electrochemistry. That is the chemistry, chemical reactions that is associated with the electricity. So first you have to study what is electrode potential. What is electrode potential? That is when a metal is dipped in its salt solution. For example, you are taking some zinc sulfate solution here and you are placing a zinc rod in it. So when a metal is dipped in its salt solution, it will have a tendency either to lose electron or to gain electron. When a metal is dipped in its salt solution, it will have a tendency either to lose or to gain electron, and that is called electrode potential. Now electrode potential are two types. That is, the tendency to lose electron is called oxidation potential, and the tendency to gain electron is called reduction potential. So when zinc is placed in zinc sulfate solution, zinc has a tendency to lose electron, so that is called oxidation potential. Now you take copper sulfate in another beaker containing a copper rod. So here copper rod that is placed in copper sulfate solution. Here when you place copper in copper sulfate solution, the tendency is for the copper ions is to gain electrons. So that is reduction potential. So oxidation potential is the tendency to lose electron, and reduction potential is the tendency to gain electrons. Now there are electrochemical cells. Electrochemical cells are the cells in which they consume electricity or produce electricity. They are called electrochemical cells. Electrochemical cells. These are the cells which produce electricity or consume electricity during the reaction. Now electrochemicals are divided into two types. One is galvanic cell . Galvanic cell, and other is electrolytic cell. Electrolytic cell. Electrochemical cells are the cells which produce electricity or consume electricity during the reaction. They are classified into two types. One is galvanic cell and other is called electrolytic cells. Galvanic cells are the cells which produce electricity as a result of chemical reaction, and electrolytic cells are cells which consume electricity during the reaction. So galvanic cells produce electricity during a chemical reaction, and electrolytic cells, they consume electricity during the reaction. So example for galvanic cell is Daniell cell, dry cell, etc. And for electrolytic cells, example is electrolysis, electroplating, etc. So first you have to study a galvanic cell. Galvanic cell. Example, Daniell cell. Daniell cell. In Daniell cell, zinc rod is placed in zinc sulfate solution, which is acting as the anode, and copper rod placed in copper sulfate solution, which is acting as the cathode. So this is the cathode. The electrodes are externally connected by a wire and internally by salt bridge. So that is Daniell cell. So in the Daniell cell, two electrodes, anode and cathode. Anode is zinc rod placed in zinc sulfate solution, and cathode is copper rod placed in copper sulfate solution. The electrodes are connected externally by wire through voltmeter and internally by salt bridge. So you have to, what is a salt bridge and what is its use? Salt bridge is a bent glass tube filled with potassium chloride, potassium nitrate, etc., which is mixed with agar. So function of the salt bridge is, it will help to for the continuity of the circuit. It will help to for the continuity of the circuit, and it keep the neutrality of the solution. It keep neutrality of the solution means during reaction the zinc will undergoes oxidation. So coming to cell equation of Daniell cell is zinc Zn2 plus ion. So you have to write the molar concentration here. Then salt bridge Cu2 plus ion. So you have to write the concentration and copper. That is the cell equation. Here anode, first you write the anode, zinc ion, and cathode, copper ions are converted to copper, separated by salt bridge. That is the cell equation. Then coming to cell reaction. Cell reaction in the anode, Zn gives Zn2 plus 2 electron. In the anode, zinc undergoes oxidation. Zinc oxidizes to form zinc ion plus 2 electron. That is the anode reaction. And in the cathode, Cu2 plus ions gain 2 electrons to form copper. So cell equation is Zn bar Zn2 plus salt bridge Cu2 plus bar Cu, and cell reaction is anode Zn gives Zn2 plus 2 electron, and the cathode Cu2 plus 2 electron gives copper. The overall reaction is Zn plus Cu2 plus gives Cu plus Zn2 plus. That is the overall reaction of Daniell cell. So galvanic cell is a cell which produces electricity during a chemical reaction. So here the flow of electron is from zinc to copper, electron flow zinc to copper, and current flows from copper to zinc. And this is the positive terminal and this is the negative terminal. So that about the Daniell cell, which is a galvanic cell. Next we are going to study what is standard hydrogen electrode or a reference electrode. The standard hydrogen electrode is called a reference electrode because its standard electrode potential is 0. So what is a standard electrode potential? According to IUPAC convention, the standard electrode potential is 0 is reduction potential. For example, for zinc is 0 Zn2 plus bar Zn is equal to minus 0.76 volt, and E0 for copper Cu2 plus bar Cu is equal to plus 0.34 volts. So according to UPSC, standard electrode potential is called reduction potential. Only reduction potential is considered as standard electrode potential. Now coming to standard hydrogen electrode. Standard hydrogen electrode. standard hydrogen electrode. Here there is a platinum wire. It is connected with a platinum foil coated with the platinum black. So this is platinum foil coated with the platinum black. Then there is a insulation over it. Now this is placed in 1 molar sulfuric acid. So this is immersed in 1 molar sulfuric acid. 1 molar HCl. This is platinum foil coated with the platinum black. And there is outer jacket for that. Through this we are passing hydrogen gas at 1 atm pressure. So this is the figure for standard hydrogen electrode or a reference electrode. So what is standard hydrogen electrode? Hydrogen gas at 1 atm pressure is passed through 1 molar HCl, which is kept in contact with a platinum foil coated with platinum black, and that is standard hydrogen electrode or a reference electrode. This electrode can be used to find the electrode potential of other electrodes. The E0 for hydrogen, that is E0, H plus H2 Pt is 0 volt. Since its electrode potential, standard electrode potential is 0, it is taken as a reference electrode to find the electrode potential of other electrodes. So this, using this hydrogen electrode, we can find the electrode potential, standard electrode potential of zinc or copper or any electrodes. Next is electrochemical series. What is electrochemical series? Electrochemical series, fluorine is at the top, then coming down hydrogen at the middle, and at the bottom lithium at the bottom. That is the arrangement of various electrodes in the decreasing order of their standard electrode potential. The fluorine will have a positive oxidation potential, E0 value, and from lithium it will be negative, and for hydrogen it is 0 volts. So electrochemical series is the arrangement of various elements in the decreasing order of their standard electrode potential. So fluorine is having a positive oxidation, standard electrode potential is positive, and for lithium is a negative value. That is lowest value for lithium and highest value for fluorine. So here we have to study a question. Fluorine is a strong oxidizing agent while lithium is a strong reducing agent. Why? Fluorine is a strong oxidizing agent means it is having the highest standard electrode potential, so it easily undergoes oxidation. It easily undergoes reduction. E0, as the E0 value increases, reduction tendency increases. So fluorine is having highest standard electrode potential, it easily undergo reduction, while lithium is having the lowest value for E0, so it easily undergoes oxidation. So fluorine is the strongest oxidizing agent because it is having highest standard electrode potential, so it easily undergoes reduction. And lithium is the strongest reducing agent because its standard electrode potential is very low, so it easily undergoes oxidation. So based on this E0 value, we can predict whether a solution can be kept in a metallic vessel. For example, can you prepare copper sulfate solution in iron pot? Can you prepare copper sulfate solution in iron pot? Copper, the E0 value is positive, higher value, and for iron it is negative, it is low value. Or iron is more reactive than copper. So since the E0 value of copper is higher than that of iron, you cannot prepare copper sulfate solution in iron pot, because an element having lower E0 value can displace an element which is having higher E0 value. Similarly, the E0 for zinc is then 2 plus bar zinc is minus 0.76 volt, and E0 for copper Cu2 plus bar Cu is 0 plus 0.34 volt. That is, you cannot prepare copper sulfate solution in a zinc pot because E0 of zinc is lower than that of copper, so zinc displaces copper from copper sulfate solution. Next is, we have to study the conductance and conductivity. What is conductance? You have studied that the resistance of a conductor is proportional to length of the conductor and inversely proportional to area of cross section, or R is equal to rho into L by A, where rho is called resistivity. R proportional to L by A, R is equal to rho into L by A, where L is the length, A is the area of cross section, and rho is the resistivity. And you have to study conductance and conductivity and its relationships. So next is conductance. Conductance is reciprocal of, that is the reciprocal of resistance. Conductance is the reciprocal of resistance, and its unit is ohm raised to minus 1 or Siemens. That is the conductance. So conductance is the reciprocal of conductance of the resistance. G is equal to 1 by R, or unit is ohm raised to minus 1 or Siemens. And conductivity K, that is the K is equal to, it is the reciprocal of resistivity. Conductivity of a solution is the reciprocal of its resistivity, and its unit is Siemens centimeter square. That's the relationship between conductivity and conductance. The relation is conductivity is equal to conductance into cell constant. Conductivity K is equal to conductance into cell constant. Conductivity is equal to conductance into cell constant. Conductivity is K is equal to conductance is G into L by A, or K is equal to G is 1 by R into L by A. That's the relationship between conductivity and conductance. Or what is cell constant? Cell constant is a factor when multiplied with the conductance gives conductivity of the solution. Next is molar conductance. Molar conductivity. Molar conductivity lambda m. So the equation is lambda m is equal to 1000 K by m. You can calculate molar conductivity using the formula lambda m is equal to 1000 K by m, where K is the conductivity and m is the molarity of the solution. Molarity of the solution. So molar conductivity lambda m is the conductivity of a solution containing 1 gram molecular mass. Molar conductivity is the conductivity of a solution containing 1 gram molecular mass.